Are we going? Are we going? We're almost going. All right. Dead Space. That's the game we're playing. Oh my goodness, it's very loud. Let's just start a new game. Good old medium. Look, I know I just started the stream, so no one's in the stream room, but the opening to Dead Space 1, one of my favorite game openings. I think it has aged impeccably, much like the rest of the game. It's it's good stuff. Blake Hester. Blake, there are like 15 people watching and you're one of them. This is obscene. They should put Isaac Clarke in Fortnite, though. Someone said on... Someone said in a comment on my video that Dead Space, like the whole series, maybe 1 and 2, seems almost Mirror's Edge-esque in how little it has aged visually. And I agree, and it seems impossible, because unlike Mirror's Edge, Dead Space is really aiming for, like, gross, gritty realism, and yet, God, it looks good. It looks so good. Chat, please tell me how the volume is, and I'll turn on subtitles in a second. It's just the very beginning of the game, so I don't have them on yet. So no game audio at all? That's weird. Let's see. That's probably something in stream settings that I can fix. Desktop audio. Okay, now I think that should be
Deep
working.
space mining is a lucrative business, Ms. Daniels. Aegis 7 is a gold mine according to prospectors' reports. Cobalt, silicon, osmium. Now, where is she?
Gosh,
there she is.
Like,
we have visual contact.
It's just so, God, it's so pretty.
So that's Ishimura.
You know, it is the beautiful kind of starting a horror game with like, wow, it's beautiful. Nothing bad's gonna happen there
looks
for
like
sure.
They already popped the cork.
Why is it all dark? I don't see any running lights.
Corporal, take us in closer and hail them.
Now it's loud.
And stay clear of
I'll
that
turn it
debris
down
field.
and
We're
I'll
here to fix their ship, not the other way
turn
around.
the game volume down. We'll get it worked out after the first cutscene.
This is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellyan responding to your distress call.
Recently, when I started playing this, I think I had set it to run at like 144 hertz or whatever high frame rate mode, and it was not made for that at all. And one of the ways that manifested was the woman's hair was just stretching all over the place. It was like wherever she walked, it would just stay behind her, and it was very funny.
Blackout on one of these things. You'd think with 1,000 people on board, someone would pick up the phone.
The Super Blonde, great question. I think the PC version is a little weird. I have not modded this one.
Like we thought. Sounds
so
like they're having
I know I've
problems with
played
their
through
encoder.
this before
You get us down
on
there, and
PC.
Isaac and I can fix it.
So it's at least
48 hours
playable.
max.
It does have to be
Right,
running at
take us
like
in. Let's see what needs fixing.
no more than 60
Gravity tethers
FPS,
engaged.
I think, and there's some
Automatic
other stuff
docking
that you've
procedures
got to
to
do. But it's
What the hell?
I'll test it out and we'll see. I think the aiming is a little wonky, but not so much that it'll destroy the game.
Switch to manual.
Yeah, anyway, this game is 13
Inside the
years old.
magnetic field?
Like,
We were
it looks
saying
so good.
abort.
No, we can make it inside. Corporal, gave you an order.
So this will be interesting to talk about. I'm playing Dead Space 1 instead of Dead Space 2 because I just played Dead Space 2 times for that video, and so I've played it enough for right now. But the differences, as I talked about, are
okay?
really interesting, and I don't think Dead Space 1 is a lesser
hell were you
game in
thinking?
any
Were you trying to
respect,
get us killed?
and I think it'll be
I
fun
just
to
saved
kind
our asses, Miss
of
Daniels.
jump back
If we had
into it
aborted at
after
that speed and
having so
distance, we'd
much
have smashed right
time
into the
with
side of the
its
Ishimura.
action
Settle down.
heavier
Let's get to
cousin.
work. Corporal, report.
I'm not getting any readings from the port booster, and we've lost comms and autopilot.
Hold on, I'm gonna adjust some more stuff.
It'll take some time to
All right.
fix.
Let's get some extra hands from flight deck to help out.
I'm talking now. Tell me how the audio is compared to the thing. This is
Hold still,
always,
Isaac.
every game is
I'm syncing
different,
up
and
everyone's rig with the
I have to
ship.
sync it up separately.
Okay, we're done. Clean bill of health for everyone.
All right. We've still got a job to
Okay,
do.
awesome.
We're moving out.
It is really cool to hear about all the people re-downloading Dead Space 2 after that video, because I really, like I said, I think it holds up. I don't think you will be disappointed. And then if you're interested in the series and you haven't played Dead Space 1, I think that you could totally... Use run to move quickly. Okay, so it's giving me controller prompts, even though I'm playing on a keyboard. I'm wondering if I should just play on a controller? Let's see. Now, instead, I'm going to unplug my controller, so it gives me the PC prompts.
You didn't lose power to the port booster. You lost the port booster.
You lost the port booster. Unbelievable. Yeah, the suit as it starts out in this one is incredibly unbadass. You know, you get into like a cool looking suit pretty quickly. This is really just like some canvas with some stuff, and as someone in the chat points out, it looks like a spine and ribs. It's really cool.
Guess the power's down everywhere. Isaac, get over
I
here
am
and hack the door
simply a mining dude. I like how he said, Isaac, hack the door. I am literally just pressing the open button. This is how hacking works. Okay, so we can't punch or stomp yet. I am hardwired to, when I see one of these, try and stomp it, but we're not able to do violent actions. It's an interesting series jump, because one of the things that I didn't talk about in the video, but is a
Seems like
major
everyone's
difference,
trying to pack in a
is
hurry.
that Isaac in this
Should be a
game
security detail.
does not talk ever,
Yeah?
and we
Well, there's
only
not.
see his
There's
face
nobody
in the
here.
very last cutscene.
Can't pick up any
He is,
broadcasts.
for all intents and purposes, a completely silent, faceless protagonist.
Security console's still alive.
And then in Dead Space
Isaac,
2,
log
you
in,
see his face all the
see what you
time,
can
and he has a
find.
personality, and he's like,
Get that out of
I'll
here.
do this, I don't want to do that. And it is a big jump, and I think it's handled well.
Root the damn power.
But it's interesting, you know, as a series to make that
We all
transition.
cooperate.
Hi,
We
Fine
can
Cat.
figure this out a lot sooner. Let's get that computer display up, Isaac.
Should he start with Dead Space 1? I think both of these games are rad, so if you're willing to kind of, like, commit 20 hours to playing them both, then, like, go for it. You know, but I don't think it's required for playing Dead Space 2, but I think it might just be good to play Dead Space 2, or Dead Space 1, 2, because it's a good game. Dead Space 1, 2. Talking is fun. I've heard a lot about Hard Space Shipbreaker, and I know people who work on that, or at least indirectly. I haven't played that game yet, but it's a game where you break down ships and do mining jobs and whatever, and it sounds really cool, even though I don't believe it's horror, other than maybe the horrors of capitalism. All right, we're going into a room separate from everyone else. Nothing could go wrong now.
Huh, that doesn't look good. She's taking a lot of damage.
Hello,
The tram
Mossy
system's
Green.
offline. Getting around is going to be difficult. The air seems to be flowing again. That's a start.
It does, you know, as much as I compare this to Alien,
Automatic quarantine must have tripped when the
you
filtration
do
system
get into
restarted.
the shit real quick in Dead Space 1 as well. It's not like you have a long time of walking around and fixing stuff. You press one button and aliens start popping out of the walls.
Jesus! Open fire! Open fire! Linda, power! Linda!
Come on. Got it!
Isaac, get the hell out of there!
The door's unlocked! Run!
They're really... Oh, that's interesting. They hit me, but it didn't actually do any damage. I wonder if I could die in this section. I'm not going to try to. Oh, that one did damage. Alright, we got the classic elevator scare. Got him. Here's a fun thing while we're waiting. I'm wearing Jacob Geller merch shirt. Everyone look. Make purchase of the merchandise. I'm wearing my own shirt. Sometimes you just don't have that many shirts, and so you wear one of yourself. Very subtle messaging here. Cut off their limbs! I love one of the little things that I love. There's a man being murdered while I'm like, wow, look at the laser. But I love that the laser is like an object in the world, and it can kind of see how like two of the beams are on the near pipes and then one of the beams are on the far pipes. Okay, I'll go. This guy is screaming for help. I will go not save him. Ah! So the strategy that I go for that almost always works with, especially with these early fights, is it is very simply 2 shots in the leg, 1 shot in the arm. That'll do it. Like that is basically all you need. This is on medium difficulty. So on hard, it's obviously more shots in the limbs. They're gonna start. Look, not trying to be funny. Not trying to make a joke, but do any of these fuckers ever burst out of the wall? They're gonna start bursting out of the wall all over the place.
They use the vents. That's how they're getting around the ship. Stay away from down. Get back.
In Dead Space 2, they actually have an option. There's a toggle where it starts as an overlay, but you can shift it to be physically rendered.
Isaac.
Again.
We ran into more of them on the way over here. Are you okay?
I love that you can like beat up
What are those things?
It looks like kind of gambling machines, or I guess they're just vending machines. I always thought these looked like the things where you like, there were a million quarters in it, and then you'd put one more quarter in, and you would try to push them over the edge, if you know what I'm talking about. But I guess that's just like soda.
If you listen to me, I will get you out of here alive. Now what's wrong with the tram?
Oh, this is interesting. So we can actually see them talking in the screen and like in the game, which I always thought was really cool. And it's like you can see on him where his camera would be placed. They do so much good kind of building of like, this is how the tech works. Like, this is what you're seeing. He's holding the thing.
I should be able to access the personnel files. You fix the tram, and I'll help you find Nicole.
Mossy Green, you can install mods on Dead Space 1, but I'm playing it on Steam, and it's fine. It's just, like, the aiming is a little wonky. But it's not bad at all. Alright. Let's go there. Thank you, Kai C, for the Prime subscription. Oh, let me figure out what button is the like the path. Breadcrumbs? Is that what they call the pathing thing? That's a weird name for it. Yeah, but that's what it is. It's funny. Okay, well, we'll see. I think I'm running this at 60, so we'll see if the game breaks later on, and I will keep rolling saves just in case. One of the things that you get good at if you're playing Dead Space is recognizing what is an actual corpse and what is just a thing pretending to be a corpse. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Now, we don't have the kinesis yet, which is not as big of a deal in this game as it is in Dead Space 2, but I still feel like, oh, hello. I still feel a little, like I don't have the full kit without it.
Shooting them in the body didn't seem to work. Go for the limbs. Dismember them. That should do the job.
Here we go. So we were just told over the radio to shoot off the limbs, and it was written in blood, and we just got a tooltip that said shoot off the limbs. So I'm gonna try to shoot him in the head. The specific sound of this door opening and closing is like so Dead Space to me. It's crazy how much I just like. This sound is Dead Space. Don't like that. The thing is, though, like, you know, the kind of Dead Space 1 being classy, like, there are situations in which all the lights go out and nothing happens, and that's, you know, that's interesting. Okay, so this is... Oh, hello. Look, I don't know how many of you have seen I Think You Should Leave Season 2, or specifically the Ghost Tour clip from the first episode, but the entire time I'm playing this game, I'm going to be thinking, do any of these fuckers ever pop out of the wall?
We don't get this piece of shit off the tracks, it's gonna jam up the whole system.
Okay, so this is our first mechanic fix, so we slow that down, and then... If we didn't slow that down, it would retract. It's amazing how many mechanical errors can be fixed on this ship by slowing something down, but, you know, there you go. I think there are more that pop out.
Isaac, you did it. The tram is blocking the whole system. When you get the computer online, you'll be able to call the tram from the control room. Faster the better. I can hear something crawling around out there.
Hot Sacks Prime subscription. Thank you. Feel uncomfortable saying the name on stream, but there you go. Still appreciate it. Yeah, so there are some weird... It was interesting having written and edited that video as more and more Dead Space rumors continued to come out. Because for a while, it was just... Oh, there's a... See it? See it? Oh, wait. For a while, there was just simply rumored there's going to be a remastered collection, there's going to be something, you know, they're just going to re-release Dead Space 1 through 3 on PS5 or whatever. And then... the E3 happened, and those rumors were not, did not go commented on. There was nothing about that happening, and so I was like, you know what? I guess it's just not gonna happen. And then, after the video had been finished, there was confirmation that a different studio. Well, I actually don't know if it's confirmed yet. A different studio is working on a Dead Space 1 remake, essentially, and we don't really have more information than that to know if it's you know, purely like a pure remake, if it's like Demon Souls, if it's gonna be, if there are gonna be gameplay things that change, who knows. But you know, the video, thank goodness, does not touch on any of those things, so it wasn't like immediately outdated, because I had a feeling that no matter what I said, it would get outdated. But the piece that I wrote for Polygon, which is like a companion piece to the video, the last paragraph is like, you know, was eventually like, or was initially like, well, another E3 has come and gone, and there's no mention of the Dead Space remake, so I guess it's not happening. And then I was like, well, it's heavily rumored, and then I had to write it again and be like, well, it's probably happening. So it was very funny. I did not mean for this to be a contemporary thing, but that just sometimes happens.
Isaac, I've patched into the deck security system. It took some work, but I've got the door to the maintenance bay unlocked. The data board should be somewhere inside.
I mean, I don't dislike game remakes necessarily. Like, I think it's fine. I really enjoyed the Demon Souls one. I agree that Dead Space doesn't really need one, but that doesn't... Remakes don't get made based on if they're needed or not. You know, they just get made. I think it would be cool to see Dead Space with, you know, ray tracing or 4K or whatever. Like, I would be interested in it. Obviously, I would love a new game instead. But, like, you know, if there's a lot of interest, maybe they'll make a new entry in the franchise. Who knows? So if we had Kinesis, we could pick up that thing and throw it. Oh, God. However, we do not have Kinesis, and they're... Oh my gosh, stop it! I'm glad the slow one has blocked the quick one in place. That is too many. God. Jesus. So one funny thing in Dead Space 2, in Dead Space 1, when things die, they drop items. They drop ammo or health or credits or whatever that you can use. In Dead Space 2, when things die, then you have to injure them a second time, often by stomping on their bodies to get the goodies out of them, which is an incredibly grotesque, like, you finish a battle and then you just run around and stomp on everything to get, like, ammo and health. And I like it, of course. But it is very funny that they were like, in order to upgrade, you're gonna need to just stomp on these dudes. Blake, I've been trying to get you to play Dead Space 2 because it's less scary. I don't think you would enjoy Dead Space 1 because it is too scary. The relative scariness of these games is, I don't know, I never found them too terrifying because you're always so powerful. I think there's a fine line where I don't think games where you have no weapons or whatever are... I think they're scary, I just kind of think they're cheap. Was I supposed to go this way? Yeah. I think being able to fight back a little bit is scary. Should have seen that one. But in Dead Space 1, you can fight back enough that it's more stressful, you know? It's a stressful game rather than a terrifying one. But obviously, everyone's tolerance for horror is a little different. We're really limited on our inventory space here. Mostly because I'm very talented and don't get hit and thus don't use health. See, it was still alive. It was still alive. 2 in the leg, 1 in the arm. I genuinely, I wonder if it's like a thing they have copyrighted. Didn't we just... I'm a little confused. The line, just the freaking line that tells you exactly where to go is so helpful and just so perfect. God! That I am shocked it's not in more games. But it also is a discrete enough mechanic that it does seem like one of those things that's like, yeah, it turns out that EA copyrighted that and no other games can do it, and it sucks. How do I get in there? Oh. With a key. Cool. Okay, so... we can upgrade our weapon. Okay. Let's just throw in some damage. In Dead Space, you do always want to keep one power node with you at all times because you will run into doors, and the doors will need to be unlocked using a power node. But in this specific instance, I know that that they will give us a power node near to when we find the next locked door. God. Oh.
That should get the tram system back online.
How are we doing? Yeah, having two games that start with DS, so actually 3 if you're doing Demon Souls, as well as Dark Souls and Dead Space, does make it hard to tell what people are talking about sometimes. There's another series that happens with is God of War and Gears of War, where there was a time, people talk about God of War more now, but there's a time when Gears of War was the hot thing, and I was still exclusively obsessed with God of War. And I would always see, like, GOW3 and be like, oh, yeah, what a sweet game. And then they talk about, like, a Lancer. And I'd be like, oh, okay, Gears of War. Oh, Death Stranding as well. God, that's so funny. Well, hey, and you know what? All good games. Maybe you should just name your game something with the initials DS. I assume that they all stand for dual screen as well, in one way or another. Okay, here is something. Oh, we don't have a store yet. I was gonna complain. I'll complain when we get to the store, because there's one major complaint that I have with Dead Space 2 that I didn't talk about in the video because I just, like, it wasn't even that I just wanted to be positive in the video. I just couldn't find a place that it would feel natural. I thought we just got the data board. Oh, we need to put it in here. But I have a complaint, and I'll bring it up. I really love the old God of Wars. They're some of my favorite games. Obviously they are big problematic, as we would say. Oh boy, are those games sexist. But the combat's great, and honestly, I like them much more than the recent one.
Heading to the bridge. Good work.
Strange. The quarantine just lifted.
Whatever was in the flight lounge must have left. That's lucky for
TF2
us.
is another good one. Team
Isaac,
Fortress and Titanfall.
Get back to the Kellion and prep it for launch. We'll find out what we can from the bridge and meet you there.
If we live that long, you're out of your league, Hammond. This is suicide. We're going to die out here.
Your lack of confidence in me is duly noted, Miss Daniels. But I have a mission to complete, and that's exactly what I am going to do, with or without you. Do we understand each other?
Just get us out of here alive.
You do have this interesting character dynamic that you don't really have in Dead Space 2, where it's like, these are two characters who are not you kind of arguing with each other because you're a silent protagonist and kind of don't seem to have any agency. Whereas in Dead Space 2, it's much more you as Isaac Clarke are arguing with, like, the guy who runs the station or a, you know, religious cultist or whatever. And I think they both work. Like, you know, I think there are games that silent protagonists are really annoying in. This one, I think, is pretty much fine. Oh, this is one of my favorite bits in the game. You see, he goes in there. Guess what? Comes out right there. I wonder if necromorphs ever do, like, the Prestige, where it's like, oh, actually, that was my twin who wore makeup to look exactly like me. Sorry for the person. If there's more twists than that, you should still watch it.
Isaac, we made it to the bridge. It's a nightmare up here. No survivors. We're going to try to get to the command
Gosh,
computer.
I need more inventory space. When we get another suit, it'll have more slots. But right now, I can't pick like anything up, and it is frustrating. I feel like that's where you can feel like the Resident Evil influence the most. Ah! I hate these, like... Wow. Too many shots on that one. I hate those, like, two-legged ones with the tail. They are really fast, and they're hard to shoot. Ah! I guess we shouldn't have done that. So you have some nice, like, one camera shot stuff there as well. Dead Space 1 does one camera shot within a level. It just kind of stops when you go between levels. But you still have, like, the fun set pieces.
Collision detected in the main hangar bay. Emergency crews have been notified.
Alright, is that it? No, that's not it. I also, another thing that I really like with the reticule in this game is how it gets smaller as it's farther away, so it's harder to kind of aim your dismemberment shots.
Kendra.
No, Hammond! This changes everything!
It's just cool. It's like everything feels so grounded.
Can you access the command computer?
What's my least
It's no
favorite
good.
enemy
There's an
type from
executive
Dead
lockdown of all
Space 2?
primary systems. Without the captain's authorization,
That's a good
I can't
question.
access them.
Well,
There are
where's the
these
captain?
those little things in Dead Space 2 that are like
Here he is.
they're like body parts.
Captain Benjamin
It's like, oh,
Mathias.
it's a little hand and a
Location,
little foot, and then they
med
form
lab
together
status,
into like a big guy made of these separate body parts,
deceased.
and that's really cool conceptually. But shooting them sucks, and they have way more health than it seems like they should,
Find the
and
captain,
it's just
and
very
you'll find his
frustrating.
rig. With his authorization codes, I can crack this computer wide
Yeah,
open.
the tall guys.
Isaac, I'm sending the tram back to your location. Get to the medical deck and find that rig as fast as you can.
What was that?
Look, I'm assuming if they make Dead Space 4, they'll put a tall, hot lady in it. Be like, oh, she's a necromorph, but actually she wears it really well. I have played Dante's Inferno. What a silly game. I actually played that pretty recently, and it had always been one that I like, I was kind of curious about because of how much I liked... Okay, here, finally we've got a shot. Shop. I'd always been curious about Dante's Inferno, because it was like, well, I like God of Wars, and I know that this is just kind of a God of War game. And it started really strong, and then got much worse, is what I would say. Alright, we get the cool suit cutscene now. I'm gonna turn down the game audio a little bit more. See, and his suit upgrade is like now he just has more metal plates taped to him. It is not big. I'm not referring to DMC Devil May Cry as Dante's Inferno. Okay. I do like that you can store things. I always like when you can do that in games, as opposed to only having to hold them or sell them or drop them. Okay, let's turn down the game sound just a little bit. The PC interface is very janky. The sensitivity in the menus is incredibly high for seemingly no reason. All right, objective complete. That's level 1. Let's save. And while we're saving, I'm gonna run and go get my water bottle because I forgot to get it before we started the stream. Hold on. I'm back. Okay. Back to good old Dead Space. I am standing. I got my standing desk. It's adjustable, so I could put it down.
It's all right, McCoy.
But
He's here.
Well, we're having a good time.
Nothing to be afraid of.
This is this classic.
I knew you would come. Just like you said.
The thing that doesn't, I think, hold up with the Dead Space lore is that everyone you find is just nuts. And it's like, they're not... The marker isn't supposed to, like, drive people crazy. I mean, it kind of drives Isaac crazy, I guess. But it's like, everyone just kind of acts like they're in a horror movie, you know, for not really much good reason as far as I can tell. I would love... Well, Dead Space doesn't really have save rooms, so it doesn't have the opportunity to do much save room music, but I do agree that would be cool. I guess it does. Yeah, you know, it like in the second game, Isaac's got all these visions of things that make him, you know, make him hallucinate and stuff. So I guess it makes sense, but they're not specific. Like, they just feel like they could be in any horror movie. Okay, I'm not going to buy the flamethrower. I don't think it's a particularly sound investment. Hello, Sage of Stars.
Isaac, are you there? We were attacked. Kendra's gone. 1 minute she was there, and I can't believe I lost her.
She's gone.
We can still do this. Get me the captain's rig codes, and we'll find Nicole. Looks like the crew barricaded the door to the emergency wing.
There are... Dead Space 1 does have
get some thermite
more
from
kind of open
storage
areas,
and a shock pad
and Dead
from
Space
0G
2,
therapy. Should be down the corridor.
You know, just the fact that it's like, oh, here are
Communication is useless in all this
directions that we can go, is, you know, an interesting kind of, like, non-linear linear game. I like this. Oh. I hear a sound that I recognize. This is another Dead Space sound. It's, this guy hitting his head against the wall. Ugh. The gore is also just so comical. Like, look. Sorry, this is gross. I know, but it's like the man. He has no skin. Sorry. Oh. Okay, like I said, I do not like those three-leg things.
On heavy objects that display this symbol.
Oh, hello. Hi. Ah! Shoot! Okay, that was downright terrible. Missed every shot I took. One of the cooler things about Dead Space, just a simple little thing that I love, is you have alt fires on every gun, which is great already, and your alt fire on your plasma cutter, which is like the pistol, just flips the orientation. Is it going like that or that? Nope. And it's very fun. I think this is one of the areas near where there is, that guy just... He's just vibing. Oh! He was still alive! I knew it! Okay, so now we've got our very challenging puzzle of where does the battery go? Turns out, in there. Oh, did it? Hold on. More challenging than I thought. Doesn't unlock the door. What does that say? Infidels. That's interesting. The second one gets much more explicit about the kind of like religious aspect of this. And the first one, it's more, stop it. Ow! Oh! Please, leave me alone. You can see him just kind of running in circles over there. Okay, well. If you're gonna let me line up a shot, I'll do it. I think that guy's gonna pop out of a vent, or he already did. Good lord. One of the things that they did to the kinesis in Dead Space 2 is they just made it much faster. Like, you know, the time it takes for something to like reach out, grab something, and bring it back. Oh, come on, I don't want to use a bullet on this. There we go. It's pretty slow in this comparatively. Yeah, no, now we've got this whole, I think of it as like the portal rat man room or whatever. The marker will save us. Put it back, put it back. What does it say? Where it belongs. That's just some wild drawings, some more drawings. Where is God? Classic. Where is here? Okay. Look, you know, we all just scrawl things in blood on the walls. This is hilariously infuriating that it makes me stop moving to be like, your air drains when you're in a vacuum. I know. I'm aware. one of the more useless upgrades you can get in this game is more oxygen. Like you can have a bigger oxygen meter, but it's like they never put you in a situation where you need it, and so it's just fully wasted nodes.
Your grav boots will kick in when you enter a zero-G area.
Okay, this is interesting. This is a big change. Is in Dead Space 1, you cannot freely fly the same way you can in Dead Space 2, and instead you do these really interesting zero-G jumps. And it's just it's you know, it's interesting. It's like a weird choice, and it's very slow and very kind of clunky, much like the game, but you know, like it does give a really specific feel to these sections. I feel like there's ammo or something around here. Probably hear something.
Exiting zero gravity.
Great. You got a shock pad. Combine that with the thermite at the barricade to destroy it. Shit. I can hear more coming. Moving through the vents. Stay safe, Isaac.
Oh, hello. I do like that you get much more than in Dead Space 1, the like which way is up feeling, which I always think is kind of cool to happen organically. Are there more? Okay, I think we're good. The way they got the mocap for my feet are magnetized to the wall by having a guy walk with his feet bungee corded to 2 guys on either side. That's very funny. I had no idea. I remember reading, okay, I know there's something, yeah, that shows up in here. Reading a preview for Dead Space 2 where someone said, like, I've never noticed a character's shoulders so much. And I think that's a really nice note that, like, these games have really nice movement mocap. You know, sometimes characters walking especially just feels kind of janky in the wrong way, and I would say that these feel janky in the right way.
Exiting vacuum.
I do think the zero-G in this game is one of those things that's actually significantly more disorienting to watch than play. A lot of times, if you're in control of something, it is less nauseating. You know, in the same way that, like, if you're driving a car, you don't get as car sick as if you're sitting in the passenger seat. Okay. Where? I will slow down these two leg guys every time. I hate them. I hear something else. How do I open that door? Do I have to... It's like if I move this thing back, will it happen? Huh. I would also like to... Folks in the chat are talking about Metroid Prime 3. That's a game that I've really wanted to replay as well. And just... Oh, okay, I guess this is explaining that the marker drives people crazy. This is a really long audio, or long log. I would also really like to play Metroid Prime 3 again. That's one of those that's really kind of locked to the Wii, you know? Or I guess there was... Oh, I hate these things. Especially because later I'll get a rapid-fire weapon, but right now I don't have it, and I really don't have a good way of killing them, because I don't want to use, like, 40 bullets. Ugh, I'm just running through. I'm glad to hear that, Uninvincible. Always glad to hear that my games have motivated someone to play it. There's a shop here, right? Yes. Super Metroid is an unbelievably good game. While we're just bringing up things. Okay, the pulse rifle is what I want. Should I buy it now? Do you buy the pulse rifle or the line gun? The line gun is like a big gun, and it shoots one beam, and it pierces through a bunch of things. The pulse rifle is like a machine gun, essentially. So the line gun is better for dealing with, like, several necromorphs. The pulse rifle is better at dealing with, like, the little worm things that we just got attacked by. The line gun does more damage. That is what I'm going to buy.
Red weapon icon. Read your weapon has no ammo in its clip.
See how wide the line is there? It can really cut through a bunch if you manage to line them all up, which is easier said than done. I said I was going to keep rolling saves, and I just haven't. I should start doing that. Oh yeah, I forgot the line gun had mines. Those might work. Okay, so we went... I think we got that one. Gonna look at the... Okay, or we didn't get this one. Thank you for the gifted sub, Tree Squirrel. Very much appreciate it. See, we just got another one of those doors. Dead Space loves doors that are slamming open and closed. I love low poly anatomy model. Okay, this is absolutely a place that just gets locked down and a million dudes pour in.
Hazardous anomaly detected.
Yep, here we go. One. Okay, count them with me. We got one. We have... two. We have... three. Okay, run around. Oh! Ow. Four. Once, I believe I was on... This is a fun story. Once I was on a Boy Scout bus. I had a TV on it, and we were watching Taken. We counted how many people Liam Neeson killed in Taken, and I believe it was 57. Which, in my opinion, is too many. Is that it? I felt like there were way more. Okay. Oh, here are more. Five. The thing is, especially on easy, we're killing them with far fewer shots than they give us, so we are just constantly gaining ammo. which is a result of a couple things. One, playing on mouse, it's just easier to aim. Wait, I lost track. Was that guy 7? So that was 8. And this is 9. It makes it much easier to aim. Also, I just know how the game works, and so I think they give people extra ammo so you can learn to dismember things. There you go. Quarantine lifted. Huh. Relatable.
Video feed from the colony. And what I saw was glorious.
Bad joke.
Breathtaking. Miners undergoing a transformation into something extraordinary. I must know more. Even as the believer within me wants to become one of them, the scientist needs to uncover their secrets.
We're just looking for
I need to study
some
one of these necromorphs,
thing
as
here.
Kind
That's like
so
thermite.
clearly puts it. I need to witness this infection firsthand. Perhaps that patient from the colony.
Where are we going? Where's the thermite? I love, yeah, the game's visual design is just kind of unparalleled. I love how obviously like the tone of this area changes, where it's like really bright white lights are so medical, and then when it's yellow, it's just like, oh god, panic. Oh, we got more writing on the walls. No god, no... Very clever. No god, no fear. No god, no fear. Good. Then, let's see. I can't read cursive. The pendant... Oh, that's probably the pennant, see danger, and take refuge. The simple, keep going and suffer for it. Run and hide. Don't stay here. It's not safe here anymore. What does that say? Does that say, like, listen, Lydia? If I don't make it, take care of the kids for me. I love you. There are no kids on this ship. Oh, gosh. One Fine Cat, thank you so much. I totally missed the gift subs, but I really appreciate it. I like this guy. Ooh, now we're getting green. Oh, hey, how's it going? I guess there were kids on the ship. Bye. Not good. These guys are our first kind of ranged enemies. And they will show up a lot in 0G sections. They're also, oh! Gosh! Ah! Jesus! Look, Isaac may not be a warrior, but he is apparently a fucking football player. Okay. Very cool. There's something. See, so they... They keep their distance and they pop the things out. If anyone's seen, dude, stop it. Don't jump on me again. I swear to God. If anyone has seen the movie, the Tomorrow War, just came out on Amazon. I watched it because Mike Mitchell from Doughboys is in it. The alien design in that, actually pretty cool. Very similar to these babies in that they kind of like throw spikes at people. I'd say the movie's pretty dumb, but the alien design is really good. It's you know, kind of Thing-esque, and there are some surprisingly gory scenes, which I was into. The Tomorrow War, everyone.
Hope I can hold this position. I can hear something big moving out there.
We can hear something big moving up. Oh, the elevator went back up. Did I pick up the thing that I needed to? Yes, I did. I wonder if the big thing he heard was just that door slamming into itself, because look, that sounds pretty big. Wow, did that have like armored leg plates? Or maybe these guys are just a little hardier in general. I shot it in the same leg like 4 times. Okay. Do we have to? I don't think we need to buy anything here. All right, let's destroy the barricade. That's cool. That's not even an explosion. That was just like a... Just burned right
Okay, you're
through.
through. Should be clear from there to the morgue. Remember, the codes are on the captain's body.
This is Senior Medical Officer
Hey, it's Nicole.
Brennan transmitting ship-wide.
That's our GF.
We need more help. We don't have the resources to deal with this many
GF.
cases. Nobody would tell us what's happening. These wounds, we are not equipped to deal with this. Get him to the table. Hold him.
I really like the visual design of like the faces in this. Like it's not aiming for photorealism, but they're like just stylized enough that they look really
I can't
nice.
tell from here when that log was made.
It's time.
I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
Give them hate, give them strength. They'll last a bit longer. We are so fucked. Hey, it's okay to be fucked. Sorry, we are full. No. Good stuff. Okay. Oh, that's not the one I thought. There is one of these that makes more that will it will like make necromorphs out of dead bodies. Shit. And when you see one of those, you really want to kill it as fast as possible. I should be using the line launcher on these because probably one iron rack could take them out. I'm guilty of, in these games, I use the plasma cutter to the exclusion of like everything else. Because it's just so good. It's so versatile. It does everything you need it to. Okay, there's a battery over here. Yeah, okay. Is it... So that's the line launcher. Come on. Show me those tentacles. Very satisfying. Oh gosh. I'm glad I'm wearing headphones. I can hear them coming from different directions, but also it makes me panic. Okay, this is prime line cutter time. Good shot, good use of ammo. And now I got both of those guys' arms with the same gun. Look, feels good to be good. Why is it? Pats himself on the back for that one. Let's reload. I believe... Did Dead Space and Mirror's Edge come out in the same year? Can someone look that up? I think that's the case.
I don't know what's happening. Why did they all leave?
Because it was like, oh, EA's taking risks, and I was like, no. Oh.
There, are you a doctor? Why is everything... Wait, I know you. You're Harry, the prisoner from the colony. You killed that nurse. Help! Somebody help me! Please!
They came out within a month of each other. That's crazy, Dead Space and Mirror's Edge. What a time to be gaming. Okay, oxygen refill. Well, that tells us something about what's going to happen to this area. Wow, I really need health. I should have picked up some of the small ones that I stored at that facility. Oh. Whatever you're doing to that man, it's not healthy. Gross. I don't know if this game actually... It'd be interesting. Please delay bringing up the marker for a day or two. I don't know if this game does the Resident Evil 4 thing of kind of having an AI that knows when to give you health or ammo. I assume it does, but I don't actually know for sure. I mean, I know that if you like have a weapon, you will get more. You will get more ammo for that weapon than if you don't own it.
I have no doubt they are somehow.
But I don't know if like having no health in our inventory will prompt the game to give us more health packs.
Almost 40% of the colonists are experiencing a form of dementia. The obvious symptoms are acute depression.
Everyone's experiencing dementia.
Incidents of violence and even murder also indicate extreme paranoia.
Yeah, the director in RE4 that decides, you know, what resources you need is what I'm talking about.
Psychiatrist has reported that his own analysis has been fruitless.
Okay, this is where
I'm hesitant to rely on Dr.
we're gonna take our line gun out, because this is where the thing starts making them. See, here, watch this. Oh. Oh my gosh, die! Whew. Okay, we need to do some inventory management because we got some stuff from there that we can't hold.
Thank God.
For me, this game is constantly getting getting these stasis recharges and never using them, because like stasis is useful, but you don't use it frequently enough, at least I don't, that I need to be like recharging it all the time. In Dead Space 3 or in Dead Space 2, they made those stasis packs, you'd be able to hold 3 of them in a single inventory slot, and it still filled up my inventory all the time. It's part of just the survival horror thing of like, well, I better hoard all my resources because I might need them later. This game, it does do one continuous shot, except for between levels, and between levels there are loading screens. There are enough bodies in here that I feel like we might get another mutator fight. You can tell they start getting gnarlier when they're like they kind of, this one's more greenish looking. And it just takes more shots and it does more damage.
Isaac. Somehow one of them found a way down to the captain's nest. I managed to contain it in a damaged escape pod. Lifting executive lockdown now.
I do agree with you, One Fine Cat, that the video game Wonner, I feel like, is generally much more something to talk about than experience. I mean, I think obviously in set pieces, it works really well, like I talked about with the Halo jump in Dead Space 2, but like, even if the menus are diegetic, it's like playing a video game, you're just looking at menus and stuff. It just like, you know, yeah, I feel like resources are kind of better spent elsewhere. I've just never, you know, I think if you do a Wonner for like a 10-minute section of a game, that's awesome. Doing it throughout the entire game, I don't think adds that much. It's fine. I mean, it's cool. I like when things do it, but it doesn't blow my whole dang mind in the way I feel like they want it to. Okay, we're gonna store some plasma energy, and then we're going to take out a couple med packs. Oh, that's probably more line racks than we need. Okay. And we certainly don't need an air can. All right, so see, yeah, here's a good example of, like, you know, the game zooms into here, it asks if we want to save, and then it zooms out, but it's like that doesn't really feel like a oneer, you know. I think, look, hot take, I think the cutscenes in Metal Gear Solid 5 absolutely rule. I love the bizarre, like, back and forth one-shot thing. My problem with Metal Gear Solid 5, honestly, didn't have enough cutscenes. Like, I wish it was more traditionally Metal Gear-y, because the ones that were there I thought were pretty great.
$1 trillion tons of rock pulling us down. I need you to get that centrifuge operational. Refuel the main engine and fire it up so I can stabilize the ship's orbit.
One legit complaint about Dead Space 1, it's a pretty long game. Most of the game is just, like, go here and do a thing, like, go here and fix a machine. And, like, that doesn't feel super meaningful, you know? It's like, okay, I guess I fixed the centrifuge. I don't know what that does for the story. And you know, it's just an excuse to explore the ship. But it is a little, it just gets a little repetitive.
My crew, they're starting to crack. I'm trying to keep an eye on them, but right now I have bigger problems. We're hemorrhaging fuel and the primary engine is laboring. Danvers and I are going to try to reach the fuel depot to see if we can fix it. Temple out.
You are pretending to be dead. Now you're really dead. I do like that they just put all these things in here for you to knock over. Do you guys remember that weird time in gaming where there was, I believe, NVIDIA PhysX, and there would just be some games that had, like, extra wild physics effects because, like, some NVIDIA cards had, like, a separate physics thing? Does anyone remember what I'm talking about? It's like Borderlands had one, and, like, Batman had them. Those don't really exist anymore. I always like, huh, look at that. Mirror's Edge actually had PhysX stuff. I remember because my first graphics card was AMD, which was cheaper and did more for the same stuff, but I was kind of slightly disappointed that I was like, well, I guess I wanted to get PhysX, and, you know, I was like, oh, I'm building a PC, I should have that, and I didn't, and it was slightly disappointing. Now I have an NVIDIA card, and it doesn't happen anymore. This is a really cool area. I love like cavernous interiors, and the idea that this is like an inside of a ship with this big of an interior. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, we'll just leave that there. Come back later. Oh, hello. Yeah, multiple GPUs are really just not much of a thing anymore. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure, you know, the big tech channels out there are still making multi-GPU setups, but it seemed just so obscenely expensive, and then it'd be like, if you do this right, you can get 12% FPS gain. I was like, 12? Not 100? PC building. What a weird time. I'm glad I have a 1080 in this, and I'm playing, I think importantly, I play on a 1080 monitor, and so that's been nice because I've never, it's like, obviously I would like RTX or whatever, but I've never really felt the pressure to upgrade because it's like, well, I can run every game at 1080. Like, it's not that hard. You know, VR would probably be the thing that gets me to upgrade, but honestly, I can run everything I want to in VR pretty well as well. And obviously, crypto means that no one will ever be able to buy a GPU again, because by the time crypto dies out, so will the world. If you buy Bitcoin, fuck you. That's all I have to say. And or NFTs. Although the next Jacob Geller video will be an NFT, and if you buy it, I will personally burn down 14 acres of the Amazon for you. So, you know, think about that. Okay. Let's move some stuff. We'll move our stasis packs because we're never using them. We have so many line racks, my goodness. I need to start... The thing is, like, I never fight more than one enemy at a time, and so the line racks just go unused, even though it is useful to have. This is cool. I like this little heads-up display type stuff. Wow, that horror music just kept going. Hold on, is this... Did we come from here? I'm a little confused. Isaac doesn't swear, I don't think, in Dead Space 2. That would be very funny. I feel like this is where we came from. Yeah, I think the... Oh, maybe I... Okay, that's it. Whoa, Sly Bebop, you discovered me on Waypoint Radio? That's awesome. I have saved the 2 times that Austin Walker has said my name, because if there's anyone in the entire industry that I want validation from, it's Austin Walker. So that's really cool to hear. Oh, okay. That was a good use. This is... We're really sharing space here. This guy. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is it's 60, I think, you know, or around thereabouts. I can pause it and see, because I kind of can't remember what I set it to. Yeah, 60 hertz. It's weird because it has an option to go much higher, but using that option breaks the game. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Okay, cool. We got our node. I could, when I previously played this, I would just carry these around. Be like, next guy I see, he's getting exploded. And he didn't even, because he fucking iframes on those transfers. So it's not worth carrying a propane tank around. That is all I have to say. Wow, those guys are all just dead. Stomping on people is gross, but it is actually good practice because it they can't later be turned into necromorphs. Gosh, I haven't thought about people bringing up in the chat games that are locked to 30 on PC. I have not thought about The Force Unleashed in a long time. That game, speaking of physics, the physics on Force Unleashed are wild. They're so impressive that Force Unleashed 2 is like a huge step down.
I have a few reading. It's only a quarter full, but I have to restore it.
These games are pretty good.
False alarm. I thought I saw something.
Ah! Oh, shoot. I thought that one was dead. Okay, well, we don't need an air can at all. Force Unleashed 2 has that scene that I think about a lot where you... I said the thing, haha. This is a phrase that I never used to notice about myself, and then because of these videos, I'm like, God, I guess I do say that all the time. But there's that thing in Force Unleashed 2 where you pull down a Star Destroyer with the Force. And it's very cool. And it's like visually impressive, but the instructions on like what to do are so completely unclear that it's like you'll just stand there for 15 minutes being like, ugh, and then eventually maybe the Star Destroyer will fall down. So it's like a cool scene that they like gamified out of being cool. Where are we going? Oh, it's in the first game. Okay. That makes more sense why it's so janky, because the second game was significantly less janky, but kind of at the cost of ambition, probably. The second game was just kind of like Uncharted-esque. It was very short and had a lot of set pieces. It was cool. Install that thing somewhere? No. One of my favorite, like, funniest gaming clips is there is a demonstration of someone playing The Force Unleashed on Wii, and it's clear that there's big music going on. I feel like something's gonna pop out at me. It's clear when the guy is playing it that the motion controls are, you know, are not quite what one would hope in the way that most Wii games are. And so instead, I'm pausing the game to act this out, he is acting out the motions on screen like the character is guiding him. So the Jedi goes like, whoa, and then a second later he goes, And it's so funny because it looks like he is being puppeted by the screen rather than the opposite, which is what he's trying to communicate. It's amazing. Alright, we are 100% gonna get jumped on in here. One thing, something that Dead Space 2 does very well is it's just so loud. Like, it's just, all the machines are just really loud, and the monsters are loud, and the guns are loud. Like, it's just, you really feel like you are trapped in a giant machine, which I'm sure is the point. Come on, where are they? Where are they? They really do not come out very quickly here. God, the line gun does rule. Okay, can I leave now?
Decontamination sequence complete. Thank you for your patience.
This looks like the, ooh. Roads. Running around a big curved corridor in a space station makes me think of 2001, although, of course, in 2001, we would be running on, like, the wall here instead. Sure hope a big tentacle doesn't come out of there and pull me in a horrifying set piece. Oh, okay. I don't need air. Stop giving me air.
Exiting zero
At
gravity.
God. Stop giving me air.
Entering zero gravity.
Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, okay, so we're about to be in one of those disorienting zero-G sections again. Oh, and there are guys. One down. Two down. I like that when you blast away their limbs, they just, like, they can't hold on to the floor anymore, and so they float away. It is really cool. Okay, so let's see. Does one of these fit? And the other one... Do I have to stasis both of them? No, they both need stasis. How do I do this?
Generator module attached.
Come on, come on. Okay. There we go. I think we're about to, gravity is about to come back. Maybe not until I turn it on. This game is about 11, 12 hours long, I think. It's kind of longer than you would expect based on being like a, you know, a linear single-player game. Yeah, 12 hours on your first playthrough. I haven't played Prey. I know people really love it. I talked a bit about a previous stream about how I feel like I'm not a creative enough player to get the most out of immersive sims. You know, that I like find something that works and then just stick with it, and that's not quite. Oh God!
Are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
This is oh! I fucked up. Oof. Look, sometimes
Centrifuge activated.
Sometimes you get hit by a big centrifuge because you walk the wrong way.
Entering vacuum.
This guy about to get smacked though. Goodbye. Okay, so we gotta go this way.
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
Oh, shit. Damn it. I shouldn't have gone. I knew I went too early.
Centrifuge activated.
Or I went too late.
Planetary cargo. Gravity restored. Entering vacuum.
Dead Space actually has several of these set pieces that are just kind of like running around a thing, but are in fact quite compelling. Maybe I'll run with a line gun.
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
It's like, it is surprisingly good horror to just have a big thing that you don't want to be splatted by. If you pair it with really good sound design and, you know, and show the consequences of getting splattered and all of that. Okay. Oh gosh, I forgot Isaac makes really horrible choking noises as he starts dying from lack of oxygen, I guess. I do like... Oh god, here we go. Should I... Okay, I'm gonna use an air can. Because when would I use it otherwise? Oh, well, that was useful. Something that I do like is the way that Isaac, like, yells in this, because a pet peeve of mine is, it's a really hard line to find of you want a horror game character that reacts enough, but not too much, where it's like, in Resident Evil 8, it's like you will essentially die and be brought back. Oh! No, thank you. No, thank you. So anyway, in Resident Evil 8, in Resident Evil 8, you will die and be brought back to life like several times, and then Ethan will see like a crazy tree and be like, "Whoa, that's crazy." It's not relative to the rest of your experience. So I like that, you know, I feel like Isaac kind of screams at the appropriate moments in this, but not too much to make it cloying. This place again. Oh, I don't have to decontaminate again, thankfully. Hello, Tails. Everyone say hi to Tails, Geller Community Manager.
It's
a
Kendra.
good friend,
They
etc.
attacked me, I ran for it, and Hammond just... he just disappeared.
Kendra? Where are you?
Nice to see you're alive and well, Hammond. I've barricaded myself in the computer core.
I do think
I can
that'll
hear them moving
probably be
outside,
done
but
after
I don't think they know I'm in
this,
here.
when this level ends,
I can
so
log
pretty
into
soon.
everything from here. I hacked the route and found some reports from the colony. Even before they cracked the planet, the colonists were experiencing widespread dementia. It seems to be related to some artifact they found on the planet.
Oh, I do like the
Something called
Ripper.
The marker. I'll keep
The
looking.
Ripper is like a,
I've got your location, and I'm going to unlock
it's
the
like
door
a
to fuel
saw
storage.
blade that
You can get to
stays
the engine
hovering in
chamber
the
from
air.
there.
But I don't think we have quite enough inventory space to make it work yet. Like we're running out of space with 2 guns. I don't think we should have 3. But eventually that might be our 3rd gun. Are we going into 0G again? Oh, we are really in 0G. We are in... This is, I mean...
Entering 0 gravity.
This is, it's so cool. God, look at that. It's so cool. Where do I go? Where do I go? That direction. Oh, we're choking. After shit-talking air cans this whole time, I am going to use another one of them. You know Jacob Geller, also always talking trash on fucking oxygen canisters. He hates them.
Exiting 0 gravity.
Okay. Neither time did I need the air. But Isaac just sounds like he's choking.
Exiting vacuum.
Oh, this is the loud room. This is the loud room. I'm not turning it down because this is important to the Dead Space experience. Oh, I hate these guys. I believe in that Ars Technica video on the original Dead Space, the guy said that that was just like a recording of subway platforms that he had. But it is, you know, absolutely vital to the Dead Space experience to have a very loud
With all the other shit
room.
going on, it's obvious this is sabotage. I'm heading for the bridge, and then I need to find Elizabeth. I gotta get her off this ship. It's not safe.
Ew. This whole place is too organic for my liking. Oh, I hate these things. They don't even do that much damage. They just suck. Oh, God. Sorry. Oh. That's a very good. I love a guy who runs past real fast. There there like a boss fight or something down here? Ah, we have too much stuff in our inventory. Okay, let's see. We can use this. We do want the medpack schematic a lot. I think we can drop the air can. I don't think we need a Ripper blade schematic. I think even if we get the Ripper, we're not going to be using it enough that we need to buy ammo for it. So I'm just going to get... Well, I'll take it. Better have it than not. Yeah, there are a lot of slammy doors. That's Dead Space, a game where doors slam. There was something in that. Ah! That was a good scare. That's very funny. I have no memory of that. I wonder if this just happened by accident. Okay. Ooh. Look at that. I can still hear one of those things flopping around. Oh, I love the big doors. Big door. Oh, come on. Trying to line them up. All right. 3 line gun rounds used while... Oh, there's one of the pregnant ones. Ugh, okay. So these are very delicate because if you shoot them in the stomach, a million little critters will come out. And it sucks. So you really have to be careful when placing your shots. Wow, lots of big med packs here. Tails, the thing about using Gelorb spam is that only subscribers have access to the Gelorb. I believe, though maybe I'm wrong about that. You should subscribe anyway, just cause. Okay, what are we doing?
Ignition sequence initiated. Please stand by.
Oh. Oh, God. Shoot. I have truly backed myself into a corner here. Okay, are we good? That was a lot. Are we good? Nope, apparently not. I'm glad I bought the line gun. This would have sucked without the line gun. That was a cool sound. Oh man, that was like the fucking mine sound in episode 2. You nerds know what I'm talking about. I don't need flame ammo. Okay, are we done in here? Can we just leave?
It's working. We're online and functional. Finally, some good news.
So
Get a tram to the bridge, Isaac. I'm gonna take us back into a geostation.
Wait, we're not safe yet. Ship's asteroid defense system is offline. On the way up, the ship's going to pass through a debris field thrown up from the planet crack.
Asteroid sequence.
We'll be ripped to pieces unless you restart it.
God damn it! I'll start working on it from here. Isaac, meet me at the bridge. You can do more good here than I can.
Another kind of impressive thing about the way that they kind of framed these. Oh, it's Nicole.
It's me, Nicole.
The way they framed these sections is that this game was made in 2008, so like FaceTime, if it was a thing, was like barely a thing. You know, like Skype kind of had started, but like the idea of like holding something in your hand and like talking into it and that being a communicator, I mean, I know they had like communicators on Star Trek and stuff, but still, it looks really natural now, but that wasn't actually super common when it came out. It's just really cool. It's good future stuff. One of my favorite jokes in any Mega 64 video, which I don't think anyone else will think is funny, in their Dead Space 3 video, they're talking about all the scary stuff that's going to be in them, and one of them is, Isaac has a cell phone, but it only has one app on it, a banking app where he can check his finances. I think that is very funny. Alright, and I think that is going to be it for the stream today. I am tired of talking. My voice is a little sore. But Dead Space rules, as it turns out, almost as much as Dead Space 2. So thanks everyone for sticking around. I will continue this soon, I'm sure. And until then, see ya next time.